What is poppin', guys? What is poppin'? Y'all, listen, I got a couple of things I got to take care of today. I got to do my runs. Normally, I do my runs on Tuesday, but I do them on Thursday this week, right? But I got a couple of things I need to do. But this is what I wanted to talk about in this particular speaker. So we all know what happened at the McDonald's, right? It was a little clip. If y'all haven't seen the clip, then I'll try to find the clip when I get home and put it in the links below, right? But y'all know I'm out and about right now, so I'm not going to be able to do it as soon as I upload this video, right? I'm making my errands, running my errands. So the specs on the situation is this. The young lady was an employee. She was a cashier at the McDonald's, right? And a white man who I believe was gay, because his mannerisms seemed a little soft to me. Now, I could be wrong, but, you know, he was, it seemed like he was a white gay man who was, who felt entitled to treat that black young woman any way he felt like, right? So they were having an aggressive conversation back and forth with each other over the counter, right? And the funny part about it was when he reached over to snatch her up and the little girl started swinging, you can tell that every conversation or every situation, when you're dealing with somebody who popping off on you that's behind the counter, I have said hundreds of times, little bitch, I'll pull your ass from outside this counter. You'll be over here with me, bitch, and you won't be working for the dollar store or Taco Bell or, you know, Haagen-Dazs, whatever, little bitch. I'm sorry your boyfriend encouraged you or your girlfriend or your dog ran away. I'm sorry for all that shit. But, baby, you need to get yourself together for it be a whole hell of a something, right? And I've had that situation before. Like, I probably had to tell somebody I was going to pull their asses from across the counter maybe once or twice, you know. So at any rate, the guy, I guess he thought that he had the gumption and she was a sucker. He reached over, snatched her by the collar and tried to pull her in. The little girl started wailing on his ass. I was like, yes, baby, fight for your life. Fuck him up. Fuck him up. Because number one, you have no business putting your fucking hands on me. Okay? And what happens is people, the consumer, feel like they're protected because they are the customer. And him, like I said, I believe that it was a bit of white entitlement also. And I know I had some white naysayers that's going to be like, nay, that is not indicative of us. I dig it. You know, I know, because there's some ninjas that I don't want to claim, right? But anyway, the little girl, I mean, she was welling on his ass. She was giving him the Hong Kong Phooey chop, you hear me, upside his ass. I was like, oh, little girl, don't hurt him. But the question comes into play because it was several men behind the counter that was stunned a bit. And then when they came out of it, they was trying to pull the little girl away from the guy. Now all this time there's a counter in between them, but the little girl still she higher on his neck. You hear me? That little girl is giving that ninja what for. Whoever that little girl's mama is or daddy is, kudos to you, mama, for raising a strong little girl. Because that little girl don't let nobody put their hands on you. Okay? Nobody. Unless, you know, you plan on suing the fuck out of that motherfucker afterwards. Oh, yes. He hit me. Oh, I'm scared for my life. He hit me so harshly up against my temple. I can't remember yesterday. What is my name? Where am I? What happened here? Who is that? All kinds of stuff. If you're willing to do all that, then yes, I see it. But that little girl was fighting for her dear life. She felt threatened by that white man and she attacked. Good for you, young lady. But the men, I think it was, I can't even say the race. It was the manager and like two other workers, and they were so stunned, and they was trying to pull the little girl off of the man, but the little girl was fine. But then finally, one of the men came around and grabbed the white dude. And it wasn't like a hard grab. It was just like a push, like, get off of her, sir. And this is where I'm like, wait a minute now. You know, I have always said this about men. Okay, about people, period. But I'm going to say it with men because I've had several of my girlfriends who have dealt with this situation. I have dealt with this situation before, right? The problem I see when it comes down to men is that if they think you got it, they won't help you. And in that situation with that little girl, the men were like, she had it. The consensus is when you ask a man, why didn't the men who was working in the McDonald's with her, why didn't they help her? The consensus of the men is she had it. She didn't need my help. Now, see, that's the same mind frame that they have when the bills are due. As long as they know that you can make it happen, they're not going to sacrifice shit or put themselves in the middle of anything. And it's not just limited to men. I'm pretty sure we know, people that believe that, oh, she got it. She got money. I ain't got to give it back to her. She good. She good. As long as they know that you can do it without their help, they're going to continue to let you do it without their help. Because you notice how some situations you have a guy that will give one female everything, and then that same guy won't give another female nothing. That's because that one on the right was poor, lonely, miserable, and needed every dime that was in his pocket. He viewed her as, I need to help her. She needs me. But when it came down to the other young lady that's paying the bills, when she went to him that one time and she paid the bill, when she went to him that time and said, listen, I need help on the light bill. And he said, I ain't got it. And then as a woman, you know how we do. We figure shits out. If we got to sell a fish dinner on a motherfucker, okay? We're going to talk about selling fish dinners later. Even if we got to sell a fish dinner or bake a cake or whatever it is we got to do, okay? To get shit popping. You feel me? Okay? So once he saw that young lady could pay that bill without him, it was a wrap. Young ladies, y'all need to let these lights go off. You hear me? He laying up in here when he can't pay his PS3. Oh, then it'll be a problem. Or what do young men play now? I don't know what the hell they be playing. NBA 2020. I don't know. But let his ass not be able to enjoy the comforts of your home or life. That's what you got to do. You got to let them bills go off. When you be like, or let them lights go off. When you be like, can I get some grocery money? And he looking at you sideways because he know that you get food stamps. Let his ass, when you hear his stomach growling in the middle of the fucking night, or her stomach, it's not just limited to ninjas. It could be a female too. But when you hear his stomach growling in the middle of the night, sorry guys. When you hear his stomach growling in the middle of the night, let that motherfucker be hungry for 3 days. When he look at you and be like, you ain't gonna get nothing to eat. I told you. I ain't had no money for fucking food. I told you that. Let his stomach growl and take you and the kids out to McDonald's every fucking night. That's what I would do. That's what I would fucking do. And I'd be like, here go a toothbrush in a minute. Brush them fucking McDonald's Big Mac burgers off your goddamn breath so that nigga won't smell it. But that's how I feel, guys. I mean, did that rub you the wrong way too? When she... Did that rub you the wrong way too when she had to fight that man by herself now? I know people don't want to lose their job. I can dig that, But the young lady, and to make it so bad that I'm going to close up with this because I got to work on something else. What made it so bad is that the young lady is on leave and she's only getting workman's comp. I said, that's all? Oh, no. No. Let me tell you something. When you have experienced a real job, people don't really fuck with you like that. That's why it's hard for me. Well, I ain't gonna say it's hard for me to go back to work, but I'm gonna say this. It's hard for me to just mess with any old kind of job because my attitude is like this. Oh, no. Because I know OSHA's number. I know the Department of Labor number. I know where Human Resources is, and I know if I got a problem. Oh no, this is sounding like what is this? What is that word? Like bigotry in this place. How come I'm surrounded by people that don't look like me? What the hell is going on? So I know how it goes. Young lady, you need a lawyer because that job did not protect you properly. You need a fucking lawyer. And workman's comp, are you serious? The little girl probably don't work 40 hours in there. She probably only worked like 15, 16 hours a week. Because if she worked 40 hours, then they would have to pay her ass benefits, which is probably overpriced and some trash. But, young lady, you need to get a lawyer because McDonald's did not properly protect you from that particular situation. You need a lawyer, love. You need to sue that white man that put his hands on you. And you need to sue that particular McDonald's. Because first of all, the thing about it is that everybody should have proper training. Everybody should do it. Whenever you're not trained on a situation, that's a basis for you to sue. Okay? Because you should always have a situation where, just like how they train you about sexual assault and sexual misconduct in the workplace, they should train you for motherfuckers who put their hands on you. And you know what's crazy? I think the trainer is let them hit you. Use a motherfucking lie. Y'all, if I'm wrong, if I have people that work at a fast food chain, what is the procedure when one of them customers put their fucking hands on you? Okay? Child, I'll be back. I got a video I gotta make. I gotta address this young lady because she out of fucking pocket, okay? Remember this, guys. The same people you meet on the way up will always be the same people you meet on the way down. Naysayers, my patron loves. Have a good one. Juice.